Welcome to the Intersection Magazine podcast. This episode is sponsored by Krane Enterprises, which is a sourcing company based in Uganda that sources products from China. Currently, we have handbags, backpacks, cufflinks, ties, shirts, sneakers, t-shirts, and more. Other products we can source for those of you who know what you want but don't have quite an idea where to get these products. The company Krane can make those connections for you. Welcome to the Intersection Magazine podcast. Today we will be talking to Hezekiah Kyanda, who is the founder of Krane Enterprises, which is a sourcing company for products made in China. The company has been in existence for about 2 years now. We are on dragonkrane.com, which is DRAGON, Krane with a K, KRANE.com. It has two people mainly working for Krane. Hezekiah Kyanda is the lead or director, and then Nicholas Kyanda works basically with the website and the media, as well as some parts of marketing. As I said, they source products from China to those who want them globally. Currently, the website is structured to run in Uganda, but we can handle the foreign exchange. If you need to get your products in other currencies, we can make arrangements for that. And we wanted to do this interview with him to find out a little bit more about what Krane does. Thank you. A bit of a disclaimer. Since I work for Krane, there's a bit of a conflict of interest, but we thought that it would be a good episode to talk about some of the companies or introduce some of the companies that are going to be part of this podcast. So as I said, Nicholas Kyanda is part of the Krane team. So this is just one of our businesses that we run, in addition to other things that I do. But let's get into it. Here's Kezi Kyanda. He'll introduce himself.
Hi, Nicholas. Thank you for this opportunity. It's great to be here. Thanks for the introduction. I'll just say a little about myself. I'm Hezekiah Kyanda. We started Krane Enterprises about 2 years ago. Having lived in China and worked in China for about 20 years or so, recently returned to Uganda with a wealth of experience and decided to get a way to find good products, high quality products to clients globally. While in China, I taught English. I worked also in media. And I also had a good opportunity to travel and enjoy the culture and the customs, and also picked up Mandarin as a language. That is a bit about myself. I have been to, of course, the capital city, Beijing, and several provinces like Zhejiang province, which is east of China, close to Shanghai, and Liaoning province, which is northeast, and also to other smaller places. But basically what we're trying to do is to get you good products, sourcing products to you wherever you are. This is what we're doing, and we hope that we can give you the best quality to your satisfaction.
Okay, great. Tell us a bit about where you grew up. I understand you grew up in Kenya?
Right. I was actually born in Uganda, and my family moved to Kenya in, I think, 1975, where I gained most of my education. And that was until 2001, I think it was. I left Kenya after working for a news station, actually a Christian news station called Family TV, news and TV together. And then I moved on to China to teach English, where I lived in several provinces and different cities for about 20 years. While in China, I also did some traveling. I learned the language, and I got to also experience just a bit of the country, and so on and so forth.
Okay. I understand that you speak Mandarin. As you said, you speak Mandarin. How fluent are you?
Well, it's interesting because when I first got to China, I disregarded the language. I didn't think I needed it because the school that I was working for would give us an assistant. So anything we needed in terms of food or clothing or basic necessities, we would just write down what we wanted, and the assistant would just help us to get what we wanted. So I thought I didn't need to learn the language. But later on, very interesting story, I needed to get sugar, and it was pretty late, so I wasn't in touch. I couldn't get the assistant. So I went to the little shop and I said, could I get some sugar? Because I assumed that Chinese could at least comprehend some basic English. So the woman who was waiting at the shop, she kept saying, no, I don't understand what you mean, of course in Chinese. So I used body language to try to get her to understand what I wanted. And that took about 30 minutes. Finally, one of my students walked in and I told her what I wanted and she translated it for me. And the woman said, oh, tang, which means sugar in Chinese, in Mandarin. So after that, I thought it would be a good idea to just pick up the language for my own benefit and to make things easier for me to move around.
Oh, that's great. Tell me more about your work in computers with Micro Mini in Kenya. You have some experience in computers and sales, hardware. Tell us more about that.
Sure. I was working for a small company called Diamond Systems after getting my IT diploma. I did some work. I had some work experience at Diamond Systems, where we basically trained different people, from young people to college people, basic stuff about computers like Word and data inputting and so on and so forth. Just the basic stuff, really. And then after that, I wanted to try to do some media. So I went to work for a family TV, which involved me having to host a program late into the night. So I enjoyed that quite a lot, and I thought that I would probably try to do something in relation to TV media away from computers and IT. So that's what happened. It was quite a switch, but I got quite interested in TV media and so on and so forth. That's what I did at that time.
Okay. I also understand that while in China you got an honorary award that's given to foreign experts. Tell us about that. Which province was this?
Sure, that was usually the Chinese provincial government for the city where foreigners are working hands out, I think it's probably every 4 years or so, they will give out awards called Foreign Expert Award for foreigners who have contributed to Chinese education or business or finance or media. So I was quite happy and to receive that award in 2004 from the Liaoning provincial government. That is in northeast of China.
Okay. What about your time around Shenyang? Tell us about Shenyang.
Right, Shenyang is really up north of China, northeast of China. And that was my second city. After Beijing. I didn't stay too long in Beijing, but Shenyang was a city where I first worked. I worked for a TV station called Shenyang TV Station, and I was in charge of a program called Around Shenyang, which basically introduces foreigners to tourist sites around the city. I did that for about 2 months, and I enjoyed it quite a lot because I also got to travel around and while showing foreigners the different sides of the city, I also got to enjoy them too. So that was quite fun experience.
Excellent. Let's see if we can transition into probably talking about culture and business in China and what opportunities exist there, either for those that are on the mainland or those that are in Africa maybe, that may be interested in working with businesses there.
Okay, let me talk a little about business culture in China. I think the most important thing is how to deal with Chinese people when you're doing business. One of the things that impressed me is that Chinese drinking culture is interspersed with business culture, which means that most of the deals that are done successfully are done over drinking. This happens when you want to meet a customer, you want to do business with a company or the company owner. The first thing you have to remember is that you have to gift them. This is called the gifting culture in China. I would suggest as Chinese people prefer at least a bottle of some good alcohol or a packet of maybe their favorite food, or they like tobacco. So tobacco and probably a drink would seal the deal. Moreover, as you discuss business over a huge meal and over drinks, you will be required to finish all the contents of your glass and say the word "ganbei." Ganbei means bottoms up. If you do this, they actually see you as more sincere, and you're more likely to seal the deal. The more you drink, and they will also observe how you interact with them. So gifting culture, drinking culture, that will seal the deal. Remember also that when you're having a meal in China, never eat before the person who's hosting the dinner eats first. Be on time, and they have to sit facing the door. Never take the seat that is facing the door. As soon as they come in, the person you want to do business with, make sure that if you have your business card, hand it to them, and then give them the gift immediately. It helps a lot if you can speak some Chinese. Say ni hao, which is of course means hello. More respectfully, if it's like a company boss, a company owner, a CEO, you can use the very respectful nin hao, which is very respectful. So the more you drink, the more you talk, you will seal the deal. Also remember to get a good gift that will make them happy.
Oh, excellent. Tell us a little bit more about the process of getting to China. What are the rules? Visas? What visas are available? Tell us some of the rules.
Okay, good question. These are the different types of visas to my knowledge right now. There's of course, tourist visa, which is an L visa. Tourist visa is you can get for about 3 months, and this has to be applied for at the Chinese embassy in your country. The next one is a business visa, which is an F visa, category F. That one is about 6 months or 3 months too. They have that option too, 3 to 6 months. And of course, if you want to work, you can apply for Z visa, which is up to at least 1 year. You can also get one for 6 months, and it's extended after that. These are the major categories of visas to go to China. So I would suggest that you get F or Z, probably much better.
Okay.
Sure.
In terms of the provinces that you visited or the cities that you lived in, what was your sense in terms of business opportunity? We've talked a bit about the culture of the people in terms of how you need to do business with them, but tell us a bit what your sense was about business there in the cities.
Okay. I can just mention a few cities that I traveled to, and then I'll just focus on the business side of the city or the province. I think Beijing, of course, being the capital city. If you're into history, China with a history of about 5,000 years. I myself had a chance to go to Tiananmen Square. I saw the Forbidden City. I saw the Temple of Heaven. I also climbed up to the top of the Great Wall. There's a famous saying by one of the Chinese leaders, founder of China, actually, Mao Zedong, said, he who doesn't get to the top of the Great Wall is not considered a man. Or in Chinese, they say, Bu Dao Chang Chang Fei Hao Han. So this gave me a lot of pressure. I felt that if I didn't attempt it, I wouldn't be considered a man. So it made me very happy to go to the top of the Great Wall. So make sure that you, if you want to travel to China, see the Great Wall, go to the Forbidden City, and go to the Temple of Heaven, both in the capital city. The other city that I can suggest for you, just for travel, for tourism, is of course Hong Kong, which is to the south of China. This is good for sightseeing and also for shopping, tax-free. A lot of beautiful things that you can get from Hong Kong. And the best advantage is, of course, they speak English there, and also Chinese Mandarin and Cantonese. Moving on to business, I was in a province called Zhejiang province, which has Hangzhou and Wenzhou. Of course, Hangzhou is also a tourist city, but good for business, and also Wenzhou. I like to note that Zhejiang province, which is to the east of China, very close to Shanghai, the financial capital of China. Historically, Zhejiang province and Wenzhou city are famous for having a very long history of doing business. In fact, people from Zhejiang province, people from Hangzhou, people from Wenzhou are renowned for their business acumen. Also, you would find it interesting that majority of the people who go to the U.S. who move to the U.S. especially on the East Coast. The ones who own most of the businesses there are from Zhejiang province. So I was quite lucky to have had an opportunity. That was my previous city, the city that I recently returned from in China, to be close to the factories and make all kinds of products that are shipped outside of China to the European market, to North American market, and to the African market. So if you want to do business, if you're interested in this kind of products, like we've mentioned, the products that we have on Dragon Crane Enterprises website, this is the best province to go to. The name again is Zhejiang province. The name of the city is Wenzhou City. This is where all of the companies are located, all the factories are located here that produce everything that from toothpicks to shoes to Christmas trees, everything is made here. So that would be my number one choice. And also I would highly recommend that you go to Zhejiang province, Wenzhou, and Yiwu City for business.
Okay, thank you very, very much. How can people get in touch with you? Are your addresses or contacts on the website?
Sure. On Dragon Crane Enterprises website, we have an email. You can reach me by email, and also by WhatsApp contact and phone contact, also currently here in Kampala. These are the three ways that you can get in touch with us. If you're interested in high quality products, we can source them for you. So feel free.
Thank you very, very much for being a part of this podcast, and hopefully we can talk again.
Thank you for having me, Nicholas.
All right.